Hello people of YouTube, it's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS News stream for the 6th of January 2024. Welcome to 2024, the very first stream. I hope you all enjoyed that, my most recent vegan video all about plan mode for the Mark 71. I still have the DYK, which is dive, and the RR mode, which is toss bombing, to demonstrate later. So many ways in which you can employ the Mark 71 in the Viggen. After that, there's still so much to cover, because we have electronic signals intelligence, we have reconnaissance, we have other weapons even, we have air-to-air, and there's all kinds of fun stuff. So we'll probably be making, I'll probably be making Viggen videos for a good few more weeks. Welcome to the stream, Colin Kelly, Fighter Jets HQ, Charts, Tech Gaming 45, Eagle Wings, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Mr. Yeti, Byron Farrow, Stuart McLean, Pink Floyd, Orleans Junkie, Tog, Fighter Jets HQ, Byron Farrow. Yes, welcome everybody. Welcome only Napalm. Yes, indeed, I killed the dirt. As is always the case with my tutorial videos, that's a demonstration of the procedure. It might not be necessarily a demonstration of realistic tactics or good employment, but that's, you know, that's the procedure you go through to make bombs fall off plane. You know, I'm sure that all of you are much better at aiming than I am, and will get better results. So that's an exercise for the viewer, I would say. Welcome to the stream, Spitzer, John Bloor, B. Denson. Hello from Oregon. Very good. The end of the Oregon Trail. Yes, so as some of you were saying there, really not much has happened this week. It's going to be a bit of a boring one. Nothing much to discuss. Psych! There is actually stuff to discuss. Of course, the 2024 and beyond video being the big one. But we have, you know, videos about the Apache. We've got videos about a Lancaster community mod. Update on the MiG-17, a nice little video from Polychop, wishing us a Merry Christmas and so on. All manner of fun stuffs. So yeah, very exciting times. And I hope that you all had a good Christmas and a good New Year. The last stream that I did before New Year was kind of insane. So many new names on the members list, so thank you so much for that. And we're so tantalizingly close now to 10,000 subscribers on the channel. So again, as always, thank you so much everybody for your support. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like and comment, and note that you do have the option of joining Deepak's ground crew for a small monthly fee by pressing the join button below. No more than the cost of a coffee a month to help support me making the tutorial content. So thanks to everybody, and I'll be doing the big thanks to everybody at the end. Griff Nizzle, I still say nothing beats the 2021 video, but this was a good one. Interesting. Mr. Yeti, have you been able to tempt Mr. dotChuckles out of the basement for this one? Sadly, no. We don't have dotChuckles as yet, but I hope that he will return to the stream someday soon. Orleans Junkie, I didn't catch anything that wasn't leaked beforehand, did any of you? Well, the MiG-29 was kind of, to me at least, was kind of a surprise because it had been sort of announced and cancelled and announced in the past, and nobody was really sure what was going on with it. You know, this very much looks like them confirming that yes, indeed, they are going to deliver a MiG-29, so that's very exciting. Fighter Jets HQ, enjoying my diecast scale collection. It's a diction I was having, F-15A10 and now F-16. Excellent. Colin Kelly, looks like new deck crew and trees move with explosions. Both of those they had been talking about in previous newsletters. So I don't think that's new. Yeah, the MiG-29. MiG-29 has been teased a lot, that's true. They were slipping 29s into so many of their videos, but whether they were actually going to deliver it as a full fidelity module, I wasn't sure. And it's for a time it seemed the Eagle Dynamics wasn't very sure either, but that's them very much confirming it now. Excellent. And yes, yeah, the Hellcat, as Pink Floyd says, does get quite a bit of screen time. Okay, so with that, let's jump into the Eagle Dynamics newsletter. Dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, all of us at Eagle Dynamics thank you for your incredible support and commitment in 2023, and wish you and your loved ones health, happiness, and prosperity in 2024. Happy New Year. 2023 was an important year for DCS. Many issues such as performance were addressed with the launch of multi-threading and DLSS/FSR. Efforts will continue in 2024 with further tuning and enhancements, especially in VR. This week we look forward to 2024, safe in the knowledge that there are great things to come. Please check out our 2024 and beyond video and enjoy. We'll be doing that in just a moment. This coming year will see the continued development and release of many exciting aircraft and maps from Eagle Dynamics. Highlights include the announced MiG-29A Fulcrum, Afghanistan and Iraq maps, and continued work on the CH-47F, the Chinook, Hellcat and USS Enterprise, and the Marianas World War II map. Please see our 2024 module development roadmap below. The DCS Winter Sale was drawing to a close, but due to its great success and demand, we've extended the sale by one whole week and will now close on the 14th of January, he says 2023, but in fact they mean 2024. Of course, New Year means that we use the wrong date for the first couple of weeks. Anyway, it's actually the 14th of January 2024 at 1500 GMT. Don't miss the opportunity to enjoy up to 50% off most DCS modules. Thank you for your passion and support, and best wishes for 2024. Fighter Jets HQ. I'm curious how the MiG-29 will be. Oh, FF will be. Yeah, I wonder. Spitzer, love the voice of Deepak. It's just perfect. The more/less white noise for my ears and brain. Well, maybe it's something that could send you to sleep. I'm sure other people have fallen asleep to my voice before. Byron Farrow, it was good to see some out of focus FW180s pretending to be zeros. Yeah. That's, everybody wants an A6M, of course. Midnight, reckon this year will remain 3.9XXX. What significant jump would justify 3.0? Massive AI and engine overhaul, basic global map. Don't know. Don't know, really. Fighter Jets HQ, if hope that after we get FF MiG-29, maybe SU-25T. Don't know, but man can hope. Indeed. There were legit zero models being shown, says Griff Nizzle. I heard some people comment on this, because in previous videos it was stand-ins, and some people were commenting that for this video they believe it was actual zeros. But maybe the texturing's not ready or something, because they were showing them very out of focus. Yeah, Tech Gaming 45, the Iraq map was a very nice surprise. Very nice. Waiting for the Mirage 2000-5 here, says Spitzer. I don't think anybody's announced that, so you might be waiting for a while. Tog, compare Deep with the great Scott Manley. Deep should do some space news vids. I'm Scott Manley, and fly safe. No, I can't. He's from a different part of Scotland than me. He has a different accent. Byron Farrow, okay, happy to be wrong on that one. Yes, indeed. Anyway, moving on, the 2024 and beyond video, let's see what they say about it. Whereas the 2023 focus of Eagle Dynamics was primarily on DCS core improvements, like multi-threading, DLSS, FSR, voice chat, and bug fixes, our partners had an exciting year that included new products like the F-15E Strike Eagle, new Mirage F1 versions, the Normandy 2 and Sinai maps, and many fantastic campaigns. 2024 promises to be an eventful year, with many projects in development such as the full fidelity MiG-29A Fulcrum, the CH-47F Chinook, the F-6F Hellcat, and the Afghanistan, Iraq, and Marianas World War II maps. Our third-party developers are working diligently on the F-4E Phantom II, A-7E Corsair II, MiG-23 Flogger, C-130 Hercules, F-4U Corsair, LA-7, OH-58D Kiowa, and the Kola map. All kinds of really, really cool things. World War II version. NCC 1701. Yes, indeed, indeed. So, the 2024 and beyond roadmap. Here are the current plans as stated by Eagle Dynamics. Let's take a brief look at new aircraft under development in 2024 in no particular order. Detailed specifications and features will be listed for each product during each product announcement as we get closer to release. So, from Eagle Dynamics aircraft, we have CH-47F. I'm wondering why they don't always use the names. Much of the 2023 CH-47F work focused on the creation of the external model, cockpit/cargo models, as well as systems and FM. The model now accurately reflects the US Army CH-47 from the mid-2000s. Much of the work now involves the finalization of the flight dynamics and flight control system, along with the many multifunction display pages and subpages. As with all DCS aircraft since the K-50, the CH-47 will have fully modelled electrical, hydraulic, fuel and other systems that exist within the simulation as live systems to manage voltage, pressure, flow rates, temperatures and all other operational systems. To support advancements in the DCS logistical system, the CH-47F will also be equipped with cargo and sling management capabilities, as well as defensive gun positions. Welcome to the stream, Mark S. Charts, there's no EF Typhoon in the video at all. That tells you how far away it is. Yeah, I'd imagine that Heatblur have still got their work cut out for them. Working to deliver the Phantom and also delivering kind of further enhancements to the F-14. Needs a 1970 Guns a Go-Go version. Okay. DCS F6F Hellcat. Also started in 2023, the Hellcat has made great progress. When creating the external model, internal structure modelling was created to provide a very accurate and realistic structure in order to enhance damage modelling. The flight model development is still in full swing, and it's being created to match first-hand knowledge of its handling and performance in cooperation with the fighter collection. The Hellcat will not exist in a vacuum though. The Pacific Theatre of Operations opponent aircraft are already in development, as well as PTO-specific ground and naval forces. I think we all know what that means. Pink Floyd, the Air Warfare Group guys said they think the Hellcat will come out before the Corsair. Yeah, I think that's very likely. It seems ED never used the names for the Boeing module, says Tea Kettle Barbecue. Yeah, I've noticed that as well. I don't know what that's all about. Eagle Wings, the Kiowa looks poised to come out soon. The Typhoon missed a single shot and that nipped my bubble. I have no idea what that means. but yes, my estimate for the Kiowa, and this is based on absolutely nothing other than just what I feel, is that maybe the Kiowa would be coming by the end of February this year. So let's see. Griff Nizzle, I mean, there was a bit of Intruder, yet it's almost guaranteed that it'll be after Typhoon. I think they're looking to deliver the AI Intruder before. So the Intruder will be in the game before the Typhoon, but the flyable one, yeah, that might be later. Yeah, Kiowa and Chinook. I'm really looking forward to that as well. New Eagle Dynamics maps. 2024 will also be a great year for new maps. Our Terrain Development Kit, TDK, continues to grow in capabilities each year, and these new maps will leverage these features to create the best maps yet. DCS Afghanistan. First hinted at a year ago, we're happy to confirm that an Afghanistan map is coming to DCS. A flashpoint spanning thousands of years, Afghanistan served as the backdrop to two of the largest conflicts in living memory, more focused on counterinsurgency warfare than large force-on-force battles. The Afghanistan map will bring a new mode of warfare to DCS battles, and our most popular aircraft like the H-64D, Mi-24P, A-10C, Su-25, F-16C, F-A-18C will be great mission choices. DCS Iraq. We are also excited to announce an Iraq map coming to DCS. From Operation Desert Storm and Iraqi Freedom to the War on Terror, Iraq has been one of the most significant flashpoints of the late 20th and early 21st centuries. The Iraq map will initially be centered on Baghdad, to best provide War on Terror and War on ISIS scenarios. Later, the map will be expanded south to provide older scenarios like Operation Desert Storm and Iraqi Freedom. DCS Marianas World War II to support the DCS F6F Hellcat and other PTO aircraft and units coming to DCS. We've been adapting the current Marianas for the past year and into 2024. The map is based on painstakingly researched documents, photos, and accounts of the Mariana Islands in the summer of 1944, at the time of the Battle of the Marianas between the United States and Imperial Japan. This will be a free map that leverages our latest TDK for improved performance and realism. In parallel with these new product efforts, we will be focusing on continued development of existing modules, such as, but not limited to, the F-16C, FA-18C, H-64D, and Supercarrier. TOG, DCS Abrams. Yes. No mention of Cola in the news, says Mr. Yeti. True, however, that's a third-party module, so Eagle were really focusing on their own modules here. And when we look at the 2024 and beyond video, you'll see that the Cola map does get a little peek. Griffnizzle, I think this is the first time they guaranteed that the World War II Marianas would be free. I think they always said that both versions were going to be free. Some Finnish F-18 and F-16 liveries seem to highlight the Cola map. Correct, Eagle Wings, yes. We see the Cola map actually just very briefly, and then also I noticed a Finnish F-18. I didn't notice an F-16. And then the Winter Sale has been extended. I'm not going to go over this one because this has been part of the newsletter for weeks now. You can see that there's a bunch of stuff with a 50% discount, actually really rather a lot. Campaigns with 50%, some aircraft with a 40% discount, 30% discount, 25% discount on the pre-order for the F5E Phantom 2, 20% discount on the MB339, and there's certain things that are not on sale. So yeah. I'm not going to read through all of that, you can read yourselves, but it bears repeating that it has been extended to the 14th of January. Oh, here they say 2024, that's good. 1500 GMT. Norwegian F-16s. Yeah, in Norway flies the F-16, although they are currently transitioning to the F-35, but they still have a lot of F-16s. Okay, moving on to the biggie. This is what you've all been waiting for, the 2024 and beyond video. Of course, it opens with Nick Gray doing his best impression of a priest, as usual, and we then dive into the meat of this particular release. Some very, very cool looking stuff, and some very, very high fidelity models of Abrams tanks. But yeah, here we see a Chinook, and I'm going to pause here because I feel like this scene here is clearly designed to make us think of the logistics capabilities that they're looking to add to the sim, because we have a bunch of logistics vehicles and Chinooks landing out in the desert, covered by Abrams tanks. So I feel like that's what they're telling us here. I believe this is the Kola Peninsula map here, so we get a very, very quick peek at the Kola map. So, yep. Griffnizzle, Nick Gray's voice makes my pants fit funny. I just feel like I'm supposed to, like... I feel like I'm supposed to tell him about my sins or something, I don't know. Yeah, quite a lot of M1A2s, that's true. Some F-16s here, flying over I don't know which map. LA-7. F-6F Hellcats. Looking very fancy. Yeah, well, there's the Strike Eagle, of course. I think the previous one was the Phantom, I'm not 100% sure. Hornet, as always. Chinook. Flight model looking very cool there. Some F-16s. I think that's Danish or Norwegian, I don't know who's one of the two. That's a Finnish F-18, I recognise that for sure. Quite possibly over the Kola map. I think that's an Essex class carrier, but I'm not 100% sure. So, seeing some World War II stuff with the F6F Hellcat. Marianas, of course. Looking very nice. B-52s doing their thing. F-14s also doing their thing. Looking very, very nice. B-17s on the ground. Very cool. A6 intruders. Oh, beautiful. Absolutely fantastic model there. I just had to pause that for a moment because they're too pretty. A7s, Corsairs. Okay, so there was another shot at the Kola map there. They were doing some landings on the Marianas, shooting down some bombers. Yeah, this is the F-15. No, that's the Hellcat again. Shame I can't share the audio. It's the audio is great. Oh, some Japanese tanks, actually. That's cool. So we're going to get some new World War II units. Phantoms doing their thing. And Abrams again, looking very, very nice. F-14. A6. Oh, stunning. Absolutely stunning. B-52s doing their business. And there's a Phantom. This is clearly supposed to be Vietnam, although there is no Vietnam map. That looks like a Phantom rail. Really cool animation of that missile launch there. Very, very nice. Yeah, lots of World War II stuff going on. Lots of Daka Daka. Sheer volume of fire here. Yeah, Phantom. Smiting something. Lots of carpet bombing, more Abrams. Mirage F1. F-16. Abrams. Apache. F-14. Kiowa Warrior. Woohoo! Right. I'm going to pause here. This is the one shot that we get of the MiG-23 MLA. Let's bump this back just a little bit here. Kiowa. Yeah, Kiowa looking absolutely stunning. Griffnizzle, the vintage footage style was a nice touch. I agree. I think it was looking really, really cool. Yeah, very, very nice. The way the trees moved during the blast. Yep, TOG, it was an S300, I believe so. Let's do that again. I want to see the flogger again. Oh. When I first saw this, like I just saw it for like a split second the first time I watched the video, and in my head I went, ooh, tornado! But no, it's not a tornado. I'm very sorry. It's a MiG-23, but I'm very excited for that as well. There's a MiG-21, F-4 Phantom, Apache, F-1s, A-10s, F-16s. And here we're in the back of the Chinook. See the detail of the modelling there, looking really good. More F-4s. C-130, that is of course coming at some point. The Chinook again, looking very nice. Rotors look great. Apache. Hellcat. And yep, trees move. The K-50, the one that started it all. More Apache. Whoosh. The volume of fire in some of these Pacific scenes it's kind of amazing. Mirage 2000, that's the one shot of that we get. So we only get 2 shots of Razbam aircraft. No, sorry, the Strike Eagle was there as well. 3 Razbam aircraft. No Jeffrey in this video. I didn't see any Jeffs. Very sad. Didn't see any Harriers. Also very sad. And then, of course, we get our teasies for things that are still to come in the future. So let's give it a moment for those to pop up on the screen. You make our dreams come true. And here we go. Iraq. Coming in 2024. So this is them committing to delivering this map this year. That's quite impressive. This will be fun. And joining Red 4 in full fidelity, although this one doesn't say 2024, but I assume it's also for 2024, the Fulcrum A. Now, we need to talk about the Fulcrum A because actually, that could mean one of 3 different aircraft. Because the Fulcrum A is, of course, the NATO reporting name. That translates to Project 9.12, I think, in Russian parlance. And Project 9.12, there was the original Project 9.12, which was the Russian spec. There's 9.12A, which is the export version for Warsaw Pact nations. I believe it has a downgraded radar in that version, and a downgraded electro-optical system. And then there's the 9.12B, which is the export version for non-Warsaw nations. And it saw service in many places like Iraq and Syria, India, and lots of other places. And that one is further downgraded, and I think it even has the IFF completely removed. So, what are we getting exactly? Oh, here we go. Griff Nizzle is actually posting 9.12. So do you believe it is the non-export version that we're getting? Because I'm not clear on that. Maybe they've posted about that at some stage. Fulcrum will be an insta-buy for me, says Tea Kettle Barbecue. I'm also really excited about that. I think it's going to be very, very cool indeed. So yeah, I'm not clear. I don't know. I need to kind of search through the forums and see if Eagle have been have approached this at any stage. But yeah, are we getting a 9.12, a 9.12A, or a 9.12B? Tornado for 2024, says Frantic Stone. Yes. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Very, very interesting. And of course, the MiG-29 is served with so many nations, so we'll be able to recreate a lot of very, very interesting mission. War Thunder players might be excited about the MiG-23 in DCS. I'm excited about the MiG-23. I think it's going to be really cool. Nice, nice. Cool. Anyway, that was the 2024 and beyond video. Of course, that gets us very, very excited for the things to come. I myself am very, very excited for the Kiowa Warrior, the Chinook, the C-130, the Kola map, MiG-23. Actually, I'm kind of excited for almost all of it. The A6 Intruder will be really cool, but of course the flyable version is coming so much later. So, but it's a beautiful model, sorry. So I'll be very, very happy just to see the thing flying in my missions. Very, very nice indeed. Cool. Anyway, moving on. Next thing we have is a new video from the one and only Matt Wagner, all about, what does he call it again? Target sharing. So this is a data link feature in the Apache where you have the ability to share targets, basically. Radio frequency handover is one of them, and he goes ahead and he demonstrates that for us. Frantic Stone, I just want the Chinook because I can transport oil drums. Daniel Lauk, hello, Intruder. John Bluer, Harrier 2+ for 2024. That's not going to happen. We're only just getting some fixies for the current Harrier, kind of slated for summer. Well, starting in summer this year. So the chances of us getting a new variant are nil, I would suggest. Orleans Junkie, I know a vet who flew an A6. Really cool aircraft. I'm looking forward to that. So, yes, here we have Matt Wagner doing his usual and demonstrating how these fantastic new features work. This is not in the open beta yet. But I would assume this will come in the next open beta. Griff Nizzle, another obvious way to tell it wasn't an Anton in drag. The horizontal stabs are well ahead of the rudder. Classic zero config. John Bluer, don't crush my dreams. Don't do it. Yeah, Char. Yeah, Tech Gaming 45. Wouldn't a Char be nice? That would be very, very cool. Even like if we got the kind of very, very early model, like the ones that were exported to India, I think those would be fantastic. Like I don't care. I'll take an early model. That'd be super cool. So here we see Matt Wagner doing his demonstration of this feature. You have the ability to share targets using the TSD, but you also have the ability to directly share targets on the FCR screen. And he's going to go ahead and show us how this kind of thing works. I think he also demonstrates using the fire zones as well during the course of this video. Yeah, he links to the fire zones video at the top right as well. Matt Wagner said it's already in. Interesting, really. I didn't know that. That's very interesting. I assumed this was in the next release. Okay, well, fantastic if this is already in. I had not noticed. So he creates his 2 fire zones, and what's he going to do now? Oh yeah, he's going to assign them to the different flight members. We've seen this kind of thing before. That's not super exciting. Okay, we've now set our active zone. Fantastic. And then what does he do next? He's going to send a report. He's going to choose type target. And he has the option of all or primary, or you can even move the cursor over individual targets. And then you can choose on the top who you're going to send them to as well. I wonder, what does he choose initially? I think he chooses all. Oh, he was sick and he got behind on the videos. Okay, that's really cool. Well, it's not cool that he was sick, but it's cool that this is already in, I mean. Okay, so he selected a single target with the cursor, and then he has a send button. He presses send, and his wingman now has that individual target. Now, something to note is that these transmissions overwrite your entire target database. That's the only downside. So he's about to receive one from his wingman there. I believe if he hits receive and actually accepts that, it will blank out all the targets he currently has, and he'll just have the one he's been sent. So let's check this. Yes. So you saw the target list blanked, and then it displayed again. He's now just done an FCR scan again, though, and that also blanks the ones he's received and replaces them again. Don't worry, he still has the sexy voice. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, he then goes on to demonstrate how you can directly send a target in the FCR. You'll see that in the FCR you have this push button for RFHO. You can hit that, choose your recipient, and it will immediately send the targets to your wingman immediately using the FCR display. So those are the main things. This is really cool additional functionality. We're really kind of filling out the functionalities of the Apache. Once a bit more of the stuff has been implemented, of course, we're still missing the radio frequency interferometer, we're still missing the jammer, and we're still missing some versions of the rockets, I think, as well, and probably other small bits and bobs. But once it gets a bit more kind of complete, I'll begin my tutorial series on it. So that'll be coming at some point. Eagle Wings, the Apache is the deepest module in DCS, if I'm not mistaken. It's amazing how they went fast in developing to H64 compared to the A10C, her rival. Yeah, I would say the Apache is definitely one of the most advanced aircraft in the sim. A10C also very, very advanced, and I would say the JF-17 is also a very, very advanced and complete module as well, with a lot of really cool capabilities. I always want to give the Jeff a shout out because it's too often overlooked. It's a really, really cool aircraft. Yeah, Tog, I wouldn't call it a rival, a supplement, maybe. Well, they have very, very different roles. The Apache is attached to the Army. It's an Army ground asset, although it flies, of course. But it's effectively used like a flying tank, whereas the A-10 is very much an air asset. And the ways in which it's employed and the way in which the Army and the Air Force collaborate is completely different. So, that was the latest video from Matt Wagner, all about target sharing. Go to his channel to check that out. It's looking very, very fancy indeed. Next thing I have for you is the community mod Project Lancaster, and they gave their development progress report for 2023. They showcase the progress they've made during the course of the year. And I wanted to share this one. I don't always share community mod stuff, but this was just looking so good. I thought we absolutely had to go and take a little look at this. So, Lancaster project. Looking very, very cool. Orleans Junkie, wait, Army for both? No, the A-10C is a US Air Force asset. It's not attached to the Army. Only the Apache is Army. Yeah, both are definitely good to see overhead, I would say. So here we have the Lancaster. This is looking very, very cool indeed. They've been working hard during the course of 2023 and created this video on their channel to show off their progress. Yeah, it's looking very, very nice indeed. I would check this one out, everybody. Mark S., I think Big Newy said only Iraq is promised for 2024, MiG-29 not necessarily. That was kind of what I inferred from it, actually. Griffnizzle, other than it not being a liberator, I was pretty chuffed by this, and needs some bomber love in DCS. They seem to be going to some, quite some lengths to fully simulate this aircraft. I'm seeing a lot of switchology going on in the cockpit, so very, very nice to see. Yeah, and this is a really nice, really nice old school aircraft. Lots of needle jiggle on the boost gauges. Very nice to see that. Very nicely modelled yoke, proper old school yoke here. Master fuel cocks. Textures are textures are work in progress, says Scooby. Actually printed right there on the dash. Yeah, look at all that glazing. All that old school cockpit. Very nice. And interesting, I never realised the Lancaster only had one yoke. Unless that's just they haven't completed the model yet. Does the Lancaster only have one pilot yoke? Would seem a bit strange. Or is it one of those ones where the yoke switches side to side? Because there's some of them, they're on an articulated arm from that era, and you can actually just swap it from one side to the other. Maybe that's the case, I don't know. Yeah, some really nice texturing though on these gauges, looking really cool. But everything's still a work in progress, as they say. Yeah, I won't play this entire video, but yeah, you can see, they've got the cockpit. Here's the navigator's station with a bunch of his equipment operational, looking very, very cool. Lots of very old school, like Dead Reckoning systems and so on, which is kind of cool. Complete with a cup of tea, which does move based on your aircraft's pitch and roll. You've got the bomber's station here. They're looking to simulate the site and the autopilot systems and things like that, which is really, really cool. Engineer sits on his right. Oh, I see. Okay. I wasn't entirely sure how that works. They've got the turrets working as well. They've talked about kind of refining the external model, fully simulating the hydraulics. So based on which engines are running and which systems are in use, things like flaps and bomb bays will open and close at different speeds. Very, very cool stuff. Mangash, props to all DCS modders, pun intended. Indeed, indeed. And yeah, they're also, I believe, making use of quite an advanced gear and tyre model. They've modelled the engines very nicely. And I think that's kind of the main stuff. They then talk about all the different liveries that they're going to include with the mod as well, which is really nice to see. Complete with some kind of nose art on these bombers as well. Very cool. So stay tuned for that one, and if you want to see this video, go and check out DCS Community Lancaster on YouTube. That's where this video was posted. Well worth a look. We then have a little article here from Stormbirds, the Red Star Simulations MiG-17 update. Working away on their DCS MiG-17 project, Red Star Simulations have provided an end-of-year status update on their efforts to date. We have information about the status of the project and new screenshots to have a look at. Let's go and jump straight into these. We've got some very colourful screenshots of the MiG-17 cockpit here. Soviet jets of this era just seem to have very kind of garish colours. I quite like it in the cockpit, these colour-coded things. Everything in Ruski in these particular screenshots, but it's looking very nicely modelled, I say. Very, very cool. And some of these switches down the sides are reminiscent of the L-39 for me. It looks familiar if you've flown that aircraft. A much later aircraft, of course, the L-39. But yeah, some very cool screenshots here from the MiG-17 project. Looking quite nicely modelled. I think this is their first module. I don't think they've done anything before this. At least nothing that I can think of. And there you go. Back to the beginning. Looking back on their efforts to date, Red Star Simulations have given us some sense of where their DCS MiG-17 project is at. They report that flight dynamics and cockpit model and texturing are both at better than 95% complete. Great news for sure. There is still work to be done to the external 3D model, and texturing is at 60% and systems are at 15%. The update also fills us in on the workings of the MiG-17's gun sight. This includes the ASP-4N gun sight and SRD-1M radio range finder. The gun sight can be operated in a fixed mode, in a gyro mode, and in a gun radar mode, where the SRD-1 gun radar can be used to track a target and provide a gun tracking solution. In the gyro mode, the gun can be tuned only for the NR-23 cannons, while in the gun radar mode, a toggle can switch between firing solution for either the NR-23 or NR-37 cannons. Yes, Russian generic bubble pit. Does look really cool, I have to say. Very, very nice indeed. And then, rounding out this week's news, we have this very short video that Polychop sent us. I'm not going to play the music because it might be copyright. Just wishing us a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we get to see some of their... well, you get to see them firing an M4, probably out of the Kiowa, and then a little bit of a peek at the Gazelle. Here we see it in a configuration, it's the M model, only carrying 2 missiles. Oh, and there's the Kiowa. Which I'm not sure if I've seen that before. So that was looking very, very cool indeed. Very cool. Anyone know why DCS module creators can't program a full fidelity module? Digital cockpit. I don't know what you mean. Of a digital cockpit. Yeah, sorry, I've got no idea what your question means, Vincent. Oh, do you mean like glass cockpit? If you're talking about community creators, they actually can. The A29A Super Tucano community mod has a really good glass cockpit. So they absolutely can. It's possible to do that without the STK. Like an F-35. That is possible. You can do that. Community mod makers can indeed make glass cockpits, and have done so on a number of occasions. SU-30 mod has a glass cockpit. The A29A Super Tucano has a glass cockpit. There must be others, but I can't think of them right now. Yeah, no, I think I know exactly what you mean, Vincent. I think I know exactly what you mean. But yeah, no, you can do it. You can do it. The Gripen cockpit's pretty nice. Oh yeah, actually, that's one that I've not flown, but I've seen that it does have a glass cockpit. You can do quite a lot without the SDK, as Tech Gaming 45 says. Nice. So, that's all the news that we have for this week. That is the entire thing. So I'm going to take this opportunity, as I often do, to pimp the VAF. Oops, I managed to click the wrong button. Pimp the VAF. The Virtual Air Force is a virtual online squadron originally started by myself and dotChuckles. We fly every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 PM UK time. We do training sessions and mission sessions, and we currently have a generic fixed-wing squadron and a generic rotary-wing squadron, where you can fly various aircraft if you don't want to dedicate yourself to just one. If you want a more kind of milsim style approach, you have the option of joining one of our dedicated squadrons for the Harrier, F-15, F-16 or F-18, where we do type ratings and further qualifications. Go ahead and check the show notes below for our Discord link. Everybody is welcome to fly with us, whether... everyone's welcome to join the Discord whether you fly with us or not. It's a really great bunch of people, all very excited for DCS stuff. You'll see lots and lots of discussion going on there about flying, about DCS, about cooking, about world events, all kinds of fun stuff. I'm the squadron leader for the Harrier Squadron, 3 Squadron. You should come and fly with us if you like flying Harriers. Vincent, we get a lot of old Gen 4 jets in full fidelity. It would be nice to get a modern full fidelity jet. Yeah. I don't know. Well, there is modern stuff. The GF-17 is very, very modern. The versions of the F-16 and the F-18 we have are very modern. So I think there is some quite modern stuff out there. Things like the F-35 and F-22 are going to be almost impossible to model accurately. That's the main issue. Because documentation is hard to get. So yeah. That's the main issue. Like, if you simulate an F-35, it's going to be almost entirely guesswork. So anyway, that was the VAF. I have pimped them, as I often do. Go ahead and check the show notes below and click on that Discord link and come join us. It's good fun. So, yeah, that's basically everything for this week. If you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and comment. It's a really big help to me and to the channel. I've been Deepak. I post tutorial videos every Saturday at 6:30 PM UK time. I'm currently doing my series on the Viggen and making very good progress, although there's lots more to cover. That's always followed by the DCS news, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. If you'd like to further support the channel, you have the option of joining Deepak's ground crew for a small monthly fee. Thank you so much, those of you who've already done so. Big shout out to you, Auto Thrust Blue, Byron Farrow, Storm Kimbari, Channel Right, Mangash, J.R. Walker, Chandler Hedgevald, Griff Nizzle, Mr. Yeti, Bread, Tier Zero, Tiger Muto, Sean IM81, Charts, John Bluer, Mr. Craptacular, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Springer11, Frantic Stode, AB, Ipsk Sun, Tog, Jan Christiansen, Theoretically BS, Beta Tooth, Hammy, Paul Cope, Luan, Whiskey Dale, Ryan McGee, OK Jerky, Mike Delta, Mitchellsney, Pink Lloyd, Fultraver, Stuart McLean, Redcoat 841, Leo Netzel, Thork 4570, Late Sleeves, Vinny, Cairo 147, Zombie Bambi, Irish Pat 64, Ised Pierre, Colin Kelly, Mark S, Sebastian Romano, Yi Hai, VFR Hawk, Eric Johnson, Zulu Oscar 610 Wolf, Chess 96, Landon Rudd, Sandbox Code, and Jason Blazg. I think, maybe. Yes. So thank you, all of you. Thank you so much for your support. We're trending up towards that 10,000 subscribers. I'm really excited for that. I did get through the whole thing without having to take a drink. Thanks for asking questions, chat, and thanks for being along. It's good fun. It's good fun. I'll go and get a drink in just a moment. So, thank you all very much for watching, everybody. Welcome to 2024. Hope you had a great Christmas and New Year. I'll see you all next time. In the meantime, fly safe.